Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us for our special update on severe tropical cyclone Dovi. Now, it's likely to lose that severe title as we go into the weekend and drop back to Category 2. But when we recorded this on Friday, it was severe Category 3 as it slowly moves away from New Caledonia, where it intensified overnight. Now, New Zealand at the moment is dealing with a very humid airflow coming from Fiji and even further north of that. So it's going to get even more muggy for the North Island over the next 24 to 48 hours. Tonight and Saturday night going to be very tough for sleeping, with literally the temperature in Auckland on Saturday night matching the overnight low in Nandi, Fiji. So that says it all. And that's all ahead of the cyclone. So the tracking here from the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre showing it curving around and coming into the North Island later on Sunday. And to make a bit of sense of that map, you can see here the categories. So Cat 3 at the moment, but it changes back to Category 2. And then at this point, as all cyclones do when they reach about this latitude, they become extra tropical. And what that means is, we call them ex-cyclones, but they're still a cyclone. It can be confusing. So it's extra tropical. The tropical part is going from the middle of the storm, and that changes the shape of it from that perfect circular middle part to this weird sort of elongated system. And that's why it can be a bit tricky sometimes in New Zealand forecasting the wind portion of it. The rain is not so hard, but the wind can get spread out across a number of areas. So we're going to show you that as well. But let's kick off with the rain because, like I say, that's a little bit more predictable. Now the key over here, some people are saying they're a little bit hard to read in our videos, but please note that we usually put these up on our website, weatherwatch.co.nz. So look for the news story and you'll be able to find this in more detail. And we've also got under the rain area on the drop down on the website, we've also got a different set of rain accumulation maps. So it's all covered if you can't see it here. But just to really have a snapshot, it's this section here, central New Zealand, the upper South Island and the lower North Island, especially Mount Taranaki to the lower North Island. Those areas seem to be getting up around 150, 175, 200 millimetres, maybe more than that if the storm slows down as it moves in. If it speeds up, those totals start to drop. Notice the north of the country and the south in the blue, green and yellow, only showing sort of drizzle and showers and patchy light rain. Nothing too serious in there. The rain gets heavier the further south you go. And if the storm moves in a little further north, Waikato, I think you'll get a little bit more rain. Here is Saturday's forecast. 24 hours of rain accumulation on this map. You can see the heaviest rain in this area here where it's between 50 and 80 millimetres. The blue to the north and the south, at the bottom of the scale, not much. Drizzle, light rain, showers, things like that. An intense storm, Category 2 status at that point as it moves in, and that tropical air, see the red line, that's the reason why Saturday night is going to be so humid for those of you north of it. And it drops a little bit further southwards than what you just saw, but then it starts to retreat a little bit as we get into Sunday. And this is where the storm's coming in. We think landfall, and by the way, landfall becomes less of a thing once they become extra tropical because the centre changes shape, as I just said before. But roughly, it looks as though it's coming in somewhere around Waitomo, Taranaki, Waikato area. So therefore, Auckland needs to be well aware of the wind risks on Sunday. There could be some power cuts as this system comes through with very stormy winds along the western side. And you can see here the rain pushing down into Canterbury on Sunday as well. So just to make a bit more sense of the wind, it's the other side of it, right? So the middle part of it, this is lunchtime Sunday, the middle part of it starting to lose its perfect circular shape. And so you can sort of see here how it's losing that circular shape on this side. It's sort of broken up. The worst winds coming through Cook Strait, but also hugging the western North Island. So on the wind map here for lunchtime, this is the same time as the one we just showed you. You can see what I mean in the purple shading. That's the worst of the winds. So it is hugging coastal areas. Manukau Heads in Auckland could see some pretty extreme gusts if this moves through from the northwest. Cook Strait, howling winds through there and in Wellington. And we've got big winds coming down through the Southern Alps as a nor'easter. So those on the west coast, it'll be probably quite warm, but you'll have very windy conditions coming through as well. Now here's the amazing thing. We go to Monday. Can you pick where the storm is? It's basically disappeared. That's what we mean by how extra tropical, when it loses that tropical part to it in the middle, it doesn't get that perfect circular shape. And so the remnants of it are actually out here being very quickly dragged into that low, many hundreds of kilometers away from New Zealand. So it's a very quick pull away. You can see the red line with the tropical air being pulled sideways. And yes, that is a southerly, and that means the humidity drops. The overnight lows in northern areas, which will be around 23 or 24 degrees, which is absolutely crazy with nearly 100% humidity. So it's going to feel in the middle of the night like it's over 30 degrees for some places. Very humid, but on Monday, it disappears. Temperatures down at night by over 6 degrees, which is a lot for the North Island to get a drop like that in summer. So you'll really feel that cooler change. But the wet weather moves around eastern areas, not a lot, 20 or 30 millimeters for you. And then by Tuesday, we're back to normal. We're back to high pressure. We haven't seen a belt of high pressure for a wee while. Still a bit windy, still got those southeasterlies and a few showers in the eastern areas. The red line, gone, disappeared. We're back to normal temperatures in New Zealand for a while anyway. And look, the tropics not very active up here at the moment. Tropical storm out here disappearing off into the Indian Ocean. So before I go, just a reminder, Saturday is going to be very tropical in the North Island. It's going to get extreme for a time. We've got that news story on our website and our app. And that is all from me on this incoming storm. Like I say, it's going to fall apart when it gets here, but that means it dumps a lot of rain and the wind gets pushed around into different areas. So keep up to date. Well, we've got all the Met Service warnings live on our website. And on Sunday, the rain radar really comes to life when these systems start to move in as well. But that is all from me. We'll have news updates over the weekend as the storm comes in. Not sure about videos just yet, but we'll see how we go. If we can, we certainly will. We'll see you again very soon.